All right, Sean Stars exclusive. We're here to pay attention to detail. I'm here with the amazing legends of East Africa. How you doing, guys?
We're good.
You're
How are
great,
you?
man.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Good to see you.
Thank you,
You're
Thank
man.
still
you.
looking good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Our first time in Kenya. My first time in
Oh,
Kenya.
Karibu,
welcome.
karibu Kenya.
Karibu.
Yes, and it's really a very good place.
Yes.
And I think it's the same thing you got in Uganda.
Yes, definitely. Yes.
Yeah. Five things first. Bebe is in Kenya again. As we know, he started his career here.
In Nairobi. Yes.
What is so special about the Kenya music industry and the people at large?
Um, once we connect with you, we're loyal. You know, so Kenyans will always remember that Bebe and
Yeah.
Million started their career here. You know what I mean? And we were fans of Bebe
Yeah.
when he was here, and I always told him he knows my favorite song of his of all time has been King of the Jungle.
Oh,
You know what
yes.
I mean, but we started touring together here, perform at concerts, major concerts with him and Chameleon in Red Sun.
Yeah.
So we have that connect for the longest time. And Bebe really connected with dancehall is huge in Kenya. You know, dancehall already is huge in Kenya. So and he's one of the guys who started pioneering that sound in early 2000s. You know what I mean? So I think he's managed to maintain that relevance all through the years, which is a good thing. And I'm sure guys are going to be very excited once now that he's launched the new album because of the new sound he's brought to guys to East Africa.
Before you guys were doing reggae music, I don't know what was the idea. Why did you guys choose reggae at that time?
I think reggae chose us.
Yeah, true.
It chose you.
Yeah. I mean, okay, for us, for me, I can say personally, I was always a reggae fan. I know also Wyre was a reggae fan and a dancehall fan as well. And naturally, when we would be recording music, especially for Necessary Noise, it was always a blend of reggae and hip hop because of the influences we had listening to reggae growing up and things like that.
Yeah.
And so, also meeting Bebe, it was the same like us. He would do reggae, he would do dancehall. So it was natural for us. Our first song was a reggae song.
Yeah.
Then we moved from reggae into dancehall and stuff like that. So I think reggae is also universal. It's a music that everybody loves. Everybody can understand. Everybody, when they hear a reggae beat, they just feel good, you know. So I think it's feel good music, and we're all about that. So that's probably why. Yeah.
As necessary now is also we've been known for addressing a lot of societal issues. You know what I mean? And there's no better way of addressing it than through reggae music.
Yeah.
You know, at the moment, reggae music, dancehall music is getting to fade away. What is the main cause of this? Now people are adapting Afrobeat. As you see, the Bebe album Break the Chain is more of Afrobeat. What could be the reason why reggae is no longer relevant to the society?
I think it's always relevant, but
It's constant. It's what the one genre that's constantly been there. However, there's every genre has its phase of being the main dominant genre. You know what I mean? It depends on what media is constantly playing right
Yeah.
at that certain moment.
Yeah.
At one point, it was Lingala music. You know what I mean? At another point, it became house music. There's a window for reggae and dancehall as well. However, you will notice that, for instance, in Kenya, there's a reggae night in a club in every county every night, which means the culture is still there and people still love the music. So you might not see it being played mainstream on TV and radio, but people will go out to listen to it in a certain club because it's a reggae night right there. I respect Bebe because now this new album, he's tried to bring in a new sound, but if you listen to the elements, there's still the dancehall influence in him. You know what I mean? There's a husky Bebe reggae voice, you know, that sort of like that Abu Jewish kind of sound. He hasn't lost his identity. He's experimenting with other genres and to bring out a new sound, but he still hasn't lost his reggae and dancehall identity. Yeah.
What do you guys know about Bebe? Because since you guys have been together for some good time, what is so special about Bebe?
I think his drive. Bebe doesn't get tired.
Never.
He goes on and
Oh,
on
God.
and on. Energy. You know, and I think that's very important as an artist. And I think he dreams big. And I think that's very special about Bebe, because in this industry there's a lot of disappointments, but for him it doesn't stop him from still dreaming big and still coming to Kenya to do a press conference for his album. And people like our age now, they just I'll release online. I won't go and do the media tour, and I won't go. But you see, Bebe is different because what he envisions in his mind, he tries to put it in play and in action. And I think that's why he's remained to be one of the successful artists in Uganda till today. And I think that's what's gonna keep pushing him. He dreams big, and he's got the energy to keep pushing his music and push African music. So I think that's very, very unique about him. Yeah.
As we speak about the Break the Chain album, Bebe has a narrative that the East African music is laying behind. The Nigerians are moving forward, they're doing collaborations with the Americans, but us here, we are still, if I can say, analog. What is the problem? Why is our music not crossing over
Well,
East Africa?
it's about having the people having the right content, and also having connects in the right circles. You know what I mean? A lot of the artists from West Africa have made the connections with the international networks, which has really helped. The diaspora market for West Africa is very huge. Okay, in terms of population, Nigeria alone has close to 200 million people. So you can imagine what the diaspora looks like. You know what I mean? 200 million is now the whole of East Africa combined. You know what I mean? But doesn't mean that we can't get to that level. It begins with moves like this, getting that, experimenting with that international sound. Who knows? There could be a couple of remixes with other artists from outside Africa that he'll do, and that'll get you to that market. Begins with one step, man.
Do you think, are we doing enough?
I think we're playing our role as artists, but it's a collective effort. It's not only on the artist alone. It's also the media needs to step in
And the fans.
and give the music, the required rotation to make enough noise to get it heard outside. You know what I mean? The fans, the more they stream the music, the more it gets heard. You know what I mean? So it's a collective effort. It's not only the artist's effort alone that make it take off.
In Uganda, I think I know, but here in Kenya, how does the media handles the artist content?
Well, so far I think they've done good.
Has the media done
Dynamics
well
have
to?
changed. Dynamics have really changed because now, when we started off, there was no internet.
Yeah.
So we had to physically go to the media houses to distribute our music, do the interviews and stuff. Nowadays, you have your YouTube channel, you just upload it, you have your streaming platforms, and you can market your music that easily on your own. So it's made, the dynamics have changed. So I think now artists don't get to know the DJs personally. Nas can pick up the phone and call DJ Pinye. Because they know each other. Then I think the newer artists don't get to know the presenters personally anymore. That rapport has been lost. It's no longer there. But like I said, dynamics have changed of releasing and consuming music, and I mean that's the current status, man.
Because there's always an argument, even back home, that DJs and some radios, they always play a lot of outside music, like Nigerians. So is it the same here that the local content doesn't get enough airplay?
Well, it depends. You see, like I said, whatever gets rotation is what sets the trend. So I won't constantly be the hottest artist. There's always a newer artist who will come out who will connect with the fans, and because this artist has blown up on TikTok, the media will want also to be a part of that because they want people to listen to their station. Okay, so they're going to play his music because he's hot at that moment. You know what I mean? However, I think, like I said, just to go back to the same point, it still need to be a collective effort from everyone to get that music played. You know what I mean?
When people see artists of your caliber, you are legends, or you think like Nazizi or Wyre, they should, at this time, they should be having a record label where they can put other artists or to nurture.
Yeah, well, not every artist wants to own a record label. you know,
It's true.
I mean, not every artist owns a record label.
Because you see, in Nigeria, they say they have Don Jazzy,
Yeah.
because he has been a very good example for our artists. That why don't you be like Don Jazzy? He's done a lot of artists, and you guys are just here. You want us to praise you that you are legends. What did you do to the industry?
We did legendary music. That's what we did.
Period.
Yeah, I mean, for us, we cannot, you cannot put all the luggage on one donkey, right? The donkey won't move. The donkey will refuse to move. So I think for us, we had our role as musicians. The record companies also have their roles, and yes, some artists do want to own record labels, like Wyre. He's a producer as well.
Yeah.
I know nothing about production. Of course, I can tell you this artist is talented, but now when it comes to producing the artist, I would have to go to Wyre, or he's owned a record label as well. But at the end of the day, I think artists, our job is to entertain, and it doesn't mean just because I was a successful entertainer that I have the formula for all the other artists. Is what we were also saying in a previous interview. Just before, because it worked for me and Wyre, I might give you the same strategy and it doesn't work for you,
Yeah.
right? So it doesn't mean, also producers will tell you they have 5 6 different artists they're producing, but one was successful. Now us as African artists, we already have the challenge to support our own music. Nobody has ever signed Necessary Noise or Bashment, even Bashment crew. Nobody came and signed us. We are going to sign you 3 albums. We are going to pay for it. That is on us. So we have to find the money to make our projects already till today, 25 years later. If I want to release a video, if I want to release he has to remove the money from his pocket, right? There's no record company, there's no corporate supporting. So if I am still going through that struggle, how do I support you? Because we are still trying to break that, the whole thing of artists having to pay from their pocket. Get support from corporate companies, get support from other companies to come and say, we want an Unnecessary Noise album, we'll pay for it, we'll take that stress away from you guys. We pay, we'll do the videos, we'll do the promotion. And I think that's what's really lacking in our industry in East Africa. People like Don Jazzy, he can sign artists, he can pay for the videos, he can pay for the album. Which studio or which record label or which producer in East Africa can do that? Can you name one? None. So it's still the artists who are still struggling to release the music, to do good quality videos out of pocket. So until we are able to be signed and someone is taking care of all that for us, then we are able to tell that person, there's this new guy we want to bring on. There's this new guy. But if people are expecting, because they have this vision, like Wyre is a billionaire, Nazizi is a billionaire, and they have this vision that we can actually take them and help them and pay for their videos. That is a wrong idea. And I think that's why a lot of people say these things, is because they think we're already successful, so we need to pull them up there. But the truth is, the music is successful and we have to make it successful from our own pocket. We have to do the promo by ourselves. So until record companies, corporates, and catch up, they need to catch up, then that, I think, we'll be able to now pull the younger generation.
In that line, recently we had Diamond Platinum in Uganda. Also, Bebe has been always saying that the government, artists are always struggling to do these things, of which, after an artist has made the name, then the government will need this artist to
help,
influence certain things.
Yeah.
Bebe and Diamond were like, the government has to come up and support the artist. What do you think about this?
I think
maybe all these things,
I think the artist has a role to play there in terms of showing the government what they can do for them. Organize yourself as a body, as a union, or an artist body that can engage the government to work on certain policies that will help artists earn revenue better. You know what I mean? So it's up to them to come up with the initiatives, because government is not in the music business. Okay, you need to show them this is how you can support us. Instead of just doing blame games that they're not helping.
Yeah.
So have you guys listened to the album?
I have. My favorite is definitely Check with featuring Joshua Baraka. I'm still putting it on rotation to try and see what else will rub off me. But that's different.
Yeah, I don't have a favorite. I just like that he's different in the album, and for me, the whole vibe around the album, breaking the chains, changing your mentality. For me, I think that's a really amazing concept, and yeah, I hope like I will find a favorite. Like Wyre, I don't have a favorite yet. I think I like all the songs, but I'm a Bebe fan. Before working with him, I'm a fan of his, so
Yeah.
we're really happy he's done this project. Yeah.
When it comes to music, Bebe Paul says this album is going to help break the chains for East Africa. And at the moment we're here, then next week we'll move to Tanzania. You think he's on the right track?
Yeah, definitely. I think what he's doing is really amazing. Like I said earlier, like just even coming here, an artist of his caliber coming here to do press conference and a media tour is amazing. It goes to show that people should still be pushing their projects and still going out there. And he told me also you guys are going to Tanzania, so I think he's on the right track. And I definitely think it will make a lot of people and inspire a lot of people to do more. Yeah.
If I may ask, when does an artist get to retire?
Never.
We're not planning.
We're not planning to
anytime
retire
soon.
anytime
We're
soon.
in this for a while,
Always
trust me.
people say, Bebe, that is a lot. You need to
To rest now.
you need to rest.
No, we still need Bebe. We still need. I mean, if it's good music, it's timeless. It's timeless. And
Music
so,
is our life, man.
yeah, music is our life. So
We're in this for the long haul, trust me.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
Good to have
Thanks
you.
for having us. Appreciate it.
Till
all
next
right,
time.
all right. Thank
All
you.
the best.